State, and we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run now with Gaskin, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts, and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
This is Gaskin on the carry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gaskin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Tua
over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Tua now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Brady to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Brady going to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Well, we saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. That left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Brady. That's caught by Galladay. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Throwing now is Brady. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
To throw is Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
12 to mine, 12 to mine. Tight end left, tight end left. Let's go on. No, sticky stick.
Now Brady. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Gaskin again on second down.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bucs are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On play action, it's Brady. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Brady. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check 52's the money. Check 52's the money.
On play action, now Brady. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
54. I got you. I got you.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The Bucs going to go ahead and use timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Brady now to throw. Going up top for Miller. He's got a man complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Brady now on 1st down. Eluding, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Cook. Fights loose.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Brady's throw there complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. It's complete to Cook. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
They run it again with Cook. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
There to stop him was Carlton Davis. Second and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw right side complete to Carter. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, Cook. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this will be caught by Brown. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Now Brady. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
And that's a good catch there for a first down by Antonio Brown. And in his career, at one point, he had 6 straight seasons over 100 catches. Not putting up those types of numbers now, but continues to be a favorite of Tom Brady, who recruited him originally to New England and most recently to Tampa.
Again, it's Brady. Flushed out right. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Two are going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
On 2nd and 10, Brady gets it quickly to Galladay. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Cook. Trucks over him. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he'll buy some time right. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Jenkins. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Succop's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
People constantly make the joke about defensive backs being wide receivers that can't catch, but Carlton Davis puts a lie to that theory, snags that one, and he's not a guy who gets a lot of publicity, but a big part of the Bucs run to the Super Bowl title last year. A former second-round pick out of Auburn in 2018, he led the Buccaneers with 4 interceptions.
Forced out to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Rolling to his left. Going deep here for Parker. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
From just shy of midfield, Brady got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kenny Galladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play action, now it's Tua. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Tua sets up to pass it.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They had the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Brady going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Brady now to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Pierre Desir, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get